Hold on, let me put these gloves on. You already know. You know who it is, what it do. It's mad cold. Oh, man, what a day. Anyways, it's freezing out here, but you gotta get that content. Gotta stay consistent. Consistent. Anyways, let's stay on topic. I'm about to review a slew of movies. I think like 20, something like it's a lot. All at once. I don't care. Anyway, that's your boy. You already know who it is. Tizai Wesley. Anyways, as always, love and be happy, be doing things. I dropped a list on my Instagram of my top 11 actresses. But it's kind of tough. It's so tough because obviously, like, my list of 11, I'm good with that. But, you can add in so many that can be, in the top 5. It's hard to make a list because, one, there's not a lot of roles that, like... Ooh, I need to pee also. There's not a lot of roles that, like, highlight women. It's like, I say this all the time as, like, satire and just to be funny. But it is kind of true. It's like, the only roles are out there that are for women. They're normally crying in a castle or something. And it's not really their fault because of history. But there's not really, like... And even just the way they're written, even only now, the stuff is coming out. But even that, there's so many roles where women don't really do anything in the roles. And they don't really get the chance to really showcase themselves as actors. Whereas the men get all these roles that really showcase every single emotion, And not everyone can, like, carry a garbage movie into watchable, like Nick Cage or Angelina Jolie. They both carry, or Megan Fox has some credit to that too, and Jason Statham. Like, all four of them. But Nick Cage is the best at it. That, like, whatever movie it is, they're going to carry the life out of it. And they're going to make it watchable, if not enjoyable and good. No matter what it is, no matter what cast it is, they will just, carry. And not a lot of actors can do that. And I just, just me, by even just reading, I've been watching a boatload of movies. But just, just even reading the description of the movie, you can just tell what spot it is for a woman and a man. And just, like, how much are they going to give the woman to actually do her thing. So, there's, like, a house across from this place I walk. And I may or may not have had to pee one time in these woods. And now it's coming to me that they could have saw me peeing in these woods. But it was an emergency. And technically I'm disabled. So, anyways, I digress. Yeah, so, like, yeah, there's definitely, like, especially, and I've been watching, like, a bunch of movies just throughout from, like, yeah, it's so plain to see just throughout the years that, like, women get nothing. They still get nothing. Hollywood is still sexist as stuff. And, it's just, the opportunities aren't there. You can see it, It's always a dude, who gets to showcase himself and not women. I was recently watched, the movie The Widows, which is one of my favorite movies. It is, I'm going to say, in my top 15. The movie isn't like something great. It has all my favorite actors. It has Viola Davis. It has Michelle Rodriguez. It has the tall lady from Tenet, who's also, they're all attractive, obviously. Who else? Oh, and it has that one singer who also is attractive, but not my flavor, but she is attractive. Anyway, Cynthia, I don't know her, but she did a soundtrack for she helped in the soundtrack for Harriet. I'm gonna stand up, take my. Anyways, so it had probably my favorite, and it had Colin Farrell in it, and then it had the guy from Get Out, and then the guy from Eternals. Anyways, so it's like a loaded cast. It's like one of the only good movies, remotely good movies, with the main characters are all female, and it's good, which is crazy because it's like I think the movie came out in 2020, 2022. I actually saw it in theaters. It might have been 2019. But it was like one of the only movies where, like, you know, they had actual good female actors. Anyways, I watched The Sunset Limited, which has Tommy Lee Jones and Samuel L. Jackson, who again are certified A-listers. They're OGs, original gangsters, world-class actors who've been acting for years and years, decades and decades. And this movie was outstanding, easily. I resonated with it a lot. Hold up, there's cars, so pause. Anyways, oh buddy, it's cold. I even have gloves on. Anyways, dang, wow, just stop. Even though I need to go pee and I'm rushing to the porta potty. Dang, I'm fine as stuff. Obviously. Anyways, yeah, this movie was great. Great. It resonated with me because I have a bunch of health issues, and I'm always in like a lot of pain. So just, you know, the thoughts of suicide have obviously, well, I think every human being has to, like, if you're an adult and you live with like a regular life, I feel like suicide or just depression comes, you know, I feel like it's only natural because life is a hard thing, you know. As I'm desperately rushing to the bathroom so I don't pee my pants. I've done that before. It's like driving in a car, and I had like several times. It was not pretty. Anyways, super embarrassing, but you know, what are you gonna do? Anyways, as I continue on, The Sunset Limited, like, this movie spoke to me. It was so good. And it's basically this story. It's just this one scene. Tommy Lee Jones is saved by Samuel L. Jackson's character. And they're both these blue-collar, you know, workers. And one's called black, one's called white. And it's about racism. It's not about racism. It's just about, like, life. And this is basically, Samuel Jackson plays this former convict who basically is a murderer, and he's killed before, but he found God, like the Judeo-Christian God. And then you have Tommy Lee Jones. I'm walking up this hill. And then you have Tommy Lee Jones, who's basically this other blue-collar dude he's about to jump and kill himself in front of this train called the Sunset Limited. And the whole movie is basically this talking. It's this big, like, thinking movie, and this big, basically, debate kind of podcast feel. It really is a podcast about just what Tommy Lee Jones wanted to kill himself, you know, and he just has this hate and these anger and these emotions, and he's tired of life, you know. He doesn't feel worthy, and he's just tired of playing the game of life. Whereas Samuel L. Jackson's character, he found, you know, a new chance at life, and he found God, and he's trying to, you know, show Tommy Lee Jones' character to have like a foundation, you know. And it's just this beautiful exchange for two good characters. I need to pee. Hold up. So yeah, so it's basically these two characters who are, oh my, is that an eagle? That's a bird. Can you see it? It's an eagle. That's cool. Anyways, whew, hi man, I made it. A little late, but I made it. Ah, brother. What a run. By run, I mean a phase of life. Time period of living. Anyways, I'm gonna have to split this video with the last one. Cause the other one. Anyways, yeah, The Sunset Limited is so fantastic. It's so good. It's this commentary on suicide between two original gangster A-lister actors and Tommy Lee Jones, who's great. And I watched No Country for Old Men, but this is Tommy Lee Jones' show, man. He just, like Samuel Jackson, there's always like, he's always really good. Like, he's a really good actor. Like, you know, he's not like a Denzel, but he is good. Like, he's on that caliber of A-lister. No one's better than Denzel, obviously, but he is a all-time great actor. You know, he's in everything. Because people said before that, oh, he's a black actor and everything. No, he's not. Tell me what the definition of a black actor is. If anything, the stereotypical like black actor is like a Terry Crews or something like that, you know. But Samuel Jackson can play any character while still being himself and authentic. You know how difficult that is? To be like it's crazy because Denzel also does the same thing, but Denzel's just a better actor. I don't think Samuel Jackson has that talent. He don't have as much chops like to the high level as Denzel, but he's an outstanding actor, one of the greatest of all time, and you put some respect on his name. But Tommy Lee Jones is good too, you know. He's great, and you have two greats. Just putting on a show, putting on a clinic of this commentary on suicide, on life, on culture, on hair, and everything. It's an hour, 30 minutes, but it's so fast because you're just, you're in the conversation, especially if it's a very American, American culture type thing. But I just feel like even just the themes and the messages about this movie, they transcend that. And it's just a global thing about religion and faith and God and life. And, every second, every beat of this, there's, it's concentrated on suicide, on him wanting to kill himself and why, it's this questioning of the self, of the human being. Everything about this movie is spectacular. It's wonderful. I was like, it's just, this theater type feel when it's just one scene. I didn't watch it, but I know, Captain Marvel, what's her name, was in a movie called The Room, where she's just in a room. I think, one of Affleck is in it too. Brie Larson was in a movie called The Room, where she's basically like one set. But this one, this movie, I think it was made by HBO, but it was so great. It was so fantastic. And honestly, it spoke to me just, dealing with a lot of depression and suicidal thoughts at times. Not anymore, because I found like people I love and, and anchors and something that matters to me. You can't go through this life with just by yourself. You can't, no matter who you are, you can't be alone. You need something, you need somebody, even if it's just like texting communication or something like that, you need something like real human being to really connect to laugh, to have humor, to exchange minds and experiences and life with, to share, and, I think this does that. I think it's great. The ending's good. Samuel Jackson, Tommy Lee Jones. Oh man, Tommy Lee Jones. To me, this was one of the best I've seen him at, and because I just got to showcase him. He wasn't some military guy with a limited role. He really got to express his acting chops. They were outstanding. Definitely gonna go watch more Tommy Lee Jones. This movie had me shook, and this movie was really good. And I think this movie is so good. I think Samuel Jackson is so good. Tommy Lee Jones is so good. I'm putting it in my top, I don't know, top 15. Top 15, maybe that's too high. But I just really like it. I can watch it. It really is a podcast feel between two. But it's acting, and it is like, you get the background of what's going on. He's like, why do you live in this crap? Man, this movie's a stunner, man. I really like this movie, The Sunset Limited. Yeah, definitely go watch it. I don't know where I would rank it for me personally, but it's definitely my top 25 for sure, because it's just so powerful and it's so interesting, and there's so many questions like that are left unanswered, and there's so many questions in this movie, and I love it. So I love this movie a lot, beginning to end. It was really good. So. What an acting performance by these two gentlemen. Really, really good movie. Thanks for making it. Whoever wrote it or whatever project. It was good. This movie was dynamite.